Alright guys, we're doing another video blog here. How's it going? Here, we're just done with the Wrestling Mayhem Show, and I'm eating gum, the really crappy plow-on gum, because I'm trying to stay awake, because I kind of hit a wall myself and still have to edit the show. But I want to give you something a little different here. We're going to interview via Skype from the Bronx, New York, the Mad Mike and Rizz from right here in the Pittsburgh area. So, I thought this would be a good talk about the interactivity of the show and how the hell did you guys get here. So, Mike, first you, and yeah, you guys can see. Yeah, there you go. Mike, you're in the Bronx, New York.
I'm in the Bronx.
Yes, you are. And you came to the show first as a fan.
Yes, I did. I think actually the first time I called into a show, I was calling to brag about either the fantasy WWE game or fantasy football.
Okay, okay.
Because I think back when WWE had the fantasy league, we had our own group, and I was in the lead of the group, so I called in to brag.
So how did you discover the show?
I had first heard about podcasts after I got my iPod, and I'm just like, well, I like wrestling, so I'll see what kind of wrestling podcasts there are. And at the time, I signed up for, I think, about 4 or 5 of them, and I only listened to 2 or 3 of them now.
So what was it about the Mayhem Show that made the cut, aside from you getting involved with it?
Well, honestly, the first episode, you guys talked about Lita's tit for half the time, and that just made me laugh.
The very first episode? Is that what you're referring to?
The very first episode, because I started listening from episode 1 so I could follow along with everything. And the first episode was about Lita's boob popping out on Raw, and I was hysterical about it.
Fantastic. And yeah, how's it been getting involved with the show for you?
It's been good. It was a little nerve-wracking coming to Pittsburgh the first time, but I figured since Vimmel survived it, I'd survive it.
Yeah, but you're not the Terminator.
Well, I mean, you know, it was very odd because when I first got to the airport, Dave was picking me up, and I totally forgot what he looked like. And I forgot his name because in my phone he was listed as Doc Remmert.
The problem with it being, visiting people you know from an audio show, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So, how far into the show was it that you visited?
Oh, wow. I came down for IWC Call of Arms, I want to say
2007,
2008, one of those?
I think you were our second visitor, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah, it might have been the end of 2007. But yeah, I came down for the IWC show.
Excellent. And now you're a part of it all.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, let's go to our other guy, Rizz. How did you learn about our illustrious little show?
It was from the IWC shows.
Oh, yeah?
I remember getting a handout saying about the podcast. I'm looking at it that helps. I put it in the back pocket, probably not going to look at it again. Then I threw it in the car, Yeah. Then a few days later, I'm like, I looked over to the car, and there it was, just sitting there. I'm like, I want to check that out. And I did, and I was hooked from the beginning. I can't remember my exact first episode, like Mad Mike, but I really remember my first episode, my first thing I remember was, I think it was before the Base Brawl.
Nice.
IWC. You had Hentai on, and I believe you guys started. Is that the one where you and when the wrestler and the Ultimate X started fighting?
I think so. I think that was the part. We had a pretty good photo op.
That's the one I remember most in my head. my first time watching the show. And like Mad Mike said, I started as a fan. So, and it's great knowing that people come here. Like, there's a local area here that does something like this, and I really like it. So.
Awesome. And that's what kept you with the show?
Yes, like the local flavor to it, you know, just so I can, you know, like when we go to indie shows or like Skype or like going to different shows, even if it's not indie or even if it's not wrestling related, I can just go in there and I know people who know about wrestling. So I like to just talk stuff. So yeah.
Awesome. And now you through your emails, you've become a bit of a part of the show.
Yes. And I think I started emailing the show a week before the first Mayhemies were on. And for some reason, I was nominated for an emailer of the year for the Mayhemies that year. I don't know how. So yeah, that kind of got me hooked.
Awesome. And now there might be some more opportunities since somebody had to go get a job.
Yeah.
Well, excuse me, but I need to make money to go to indie shows.
Excellent. So, hey guys, here's my monitor interview with Mad Mike and the Rizz at the Wrestling Mayhem Show. So, just something random here. I hope you guys check it out. I mean, this is kind of what we do. This is kind of the community thing we have going on. And I don't know, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a glimpse at it that maybe don't check out the show and see what we do every week and, you know, why this is so important that we do this every week, you know. So keep WrestlingMayhemShow.com, SorgCamMedia.com, SorgCam.com. Check them all out. Video blog over.